Isn't that right?
That is
Mayor.
what is the situation.
Yes. So
I
he
am
like
so glad there's someone here who understands. It is
He
a
like-
pleasure to meet you.
he like reassures his assistant, and he then comes towards. He's like, please, come in, and he like comes forward and like shakes all of your hands. I'm Mayor Zeus.
I'm the
Greetings.
incarcerator. Nice to meet you.
Greetings, Mayor Zeus. I am Enda Freya's daughter.
Velocity.
Zeus.
I just imagine Verity not saying anything and still holding her camera. This? He's like extending his hand towards you. I'm Mayor Zeus.
I'm Verity.
You shake his hand, or are you still recording him?
Both.
Okay. Right.
That
and this
does
charming
not-
fellow over here didn't notice him at first, but there's like this big gorilla in like a police outfit standing there in a corner. This charming fellow is Captain Aldo, the commander of Star Squad. I think you've already met some of his colleagues.
Yes. This
Hey,
is
like
not the
you don't understand what he's saying, but he's like mumbling something at you. He like frowns at you. He clearly doesn't trust you.
just like the original show was saying. Very well. Very well. It is a great honor to meet you all.
Yes.
Now,
And he like
I
asks you
understand
to
you-
like. He like asks you to like take a seat. There's like a couple of extra chairs that are like being pulled up before his desk, and he also like goes to sit behind his desk. And he like whispers something to his female assistant, and she like runs off and closes the door behind her.
Our sincerest apologies for the ruckus that out on the street.
Yes, you've disconnected.
Okay.
Yes. Where was
And,
it? Yes.
Yes.
Serious apologies for the ruckus that was caused by our arrival. We had no intention of causing distress.
And he says, "Oh, I'm quite certain about that. It was just all a big misunderstanding? Wasn't that right, Captain Aldo?" He said, "Well, we're just doing our jobs, Mayor. If like these weird costume freaks show up, our first thought is, of course, these are supervillains, right?"
Oh yes, it is very understandable, and I commend your people for the excellent training and discipline.
Wow, it must be hell on you for Halloween.
And then Elastic giving it goes, "Are you kidding? Halloween's great."
Indeed.
Yeah, they get to dress up like us now. There's going to be plenty of new costumes.
Except of course for Metamorph. For him, it's Halloween every day. Metamorph doesn't
It
say
must be
anything, just frowns,
That's a good
Wow.
one, man. Give me a bump. Give me a bump. That was good.
and he gives you a fist bump. Actually, he gives you a huge fist bump. His fist becomes like 4 times the normal size.
Dude, you know what? I kind of wish I had your power. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty awesome.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Mr. Mayor, we do have some
Yes.
questions for you, but since you are the host, is there anything you wish to know of us?
Well, I've had a short discussion with Dr. Simeon, and the first thing that is, of course, in our minds is where you exactly came from and why. And Dr. Simeon simply says, "Indeed."
I probably am going to say this wrong, but do you know the theory of dimensions?
Well, yes, you see here, miss, we live here in Simeon City, and Simeon City, well, we see all sorts of strange things. We've had incursions even from other dimensions, so yes, I am familiar with the concept.
We come from Earth Dimension 52.
Yes, 3 spatial dimensions and 1 for time.
Yes, we
From
come
every direction incursions.
come from another Earth.
I see. I don't get it, Buffalo.
Just trying to. I have no idea what he's talking about either. I'm just.
Yeah.
Well, what
That's
the dimensions
Buffalo.
actually are.
Yes.
I'm making fun of that word that is too overused in a poor sci-fi.
Ah. Shut up, Buffalo. Poor sci-fi.
Anyway. So yes.
We'll call it a different reality then. Will that be better?
Okay.
Alternate realities of Earth.
We are from another realm called Earth. Do not ask me for details. You would have to ask Verity about those.
Well, that's coincidental. This is Earth too.
Yes, indeed.
2 or 2?
He means another.
I
Earth.
just,
I'm
he looks a little confused, and Dr. Simeon interrupts. What he means is that this planet is also called Earth. Isn't that right, Mayor Zeus? Mayor Zeus just nods. Yes, that's correct.
Indeed. We've on our own. Our own home was destroyed by a certain type of explosive. However,
Dr.
we have
Simeon
a chance
narrows
to
his eyes. An explosive? An entire world just destroyed by one explosive?
Not
Nope.
just one
No.
world. This explosive makes sure that every reality of every possible universe gets destroyed.
You know, it's like Dr. Simeon tapping his fingers together. That seems rather implausible.
It is, but the problem is okay. Now, Ramses, what's the name of that dimension again, where that one guy lived?
Omega? No. Terminus.
Oh, the Terminus dimension.
Have you ever heard of the Terminus dimension, Dr. Simeon?
He narrows his eyes. Unfortunately, I have.
Do you know the ruler?
He'll ask to
of
give it
the
immediately. Oh, the Terminus dimension. Only bad stuff comes from there.
Do you know the name of the ruler of the Terminus dimension?
Yes, he calls himself Lord Omega, I believe. He has tried to destroy our city before.
Yes. Well, Lord Omega has placed 4 different dimensional bombs inside of 4 different realities on planet Earth. We just came from one where the Nazis had taken over and tried to and basically took over the world, and we disarmed that bomb. This is our second.
Mention of Nazis causes some angry grumbling and muttering.
Yeah.
So that word also sounds familiar.
This is the second of 4 worlds that we have to, or 4 dimensions that we have to travel to. It would really appreciate your help if you could make our journey a lot easier and help us figure out where this bomb would be. It would be something that would be completely outlandish, completely obvious, and a very great source of power.
He raises his eyebrows and he thinks for a moment. He rubs his chin and says,
Oh, wait.
"Do you know what it
Verity
looks like?"
Verity stops recording and she goes on her video camera. She plays back because she also recorded that one
Please,
guy.
I think also your memory's running out.
What?
Your memory's running out.
The memory card is getting full.
I'm going to describe to him what the bomb looked like in the previous dimension.
You notice the iron monkey immediately looking towards Dr. Simeon whispering something, and Simeon nods at him and says, "This sounds very familiar, my friends. A similar object has splashed down in the Atlantic Ocean not too long ago. It was recovered by the Navy and taken to my laboratory for study. If you really say it's as dangerous as if it really is as dangerous as you say it is, we have to take actions immediately."
Well, yes, we do. It has to be disarmed. As far as I know, once it's disarmed, the bomb is no longer active. I don't know what you want to do with it after that, but don't arm it again.
It would
I would
also
say you take it apart and use this energy source for your own benefits, but
You could, technically.
And then suddenly,
There's
like
a
the
lot of-
police gorilla in the back suddenly goes, "Yeah, you probably want us to take you to the bomb so you can activate it yourself. I'm on to you."
Or
I
you
look
could
back
send-
at him and I
or
say,
you could do that yourself.
up.
wow, he sounds like our captain.
he like
Indeed.
gets up from he stands up straight and like lumbers towards you. Well, he can't lumber. He's like a huge muscle bound gorilla, and he stares at you and says, "What did you say? I should run you in right now, kids." And he like prods your chest.
You can't run me in because I haven't done anything wrong. I told you to shut up because you're accusing us of things
Disrespect
we
towards a
have not
police
done.
officer.
Nope, it's not disrespect.
And he
Gentlemen,
you
if
don't
can
like
turn
him
our attention
opens his
back on the
mouth.
bomb, please.
But Dr. Simeon immediately goes, now, let's all calm down. There are more pressing matters to attend to.
Indeed.
Yes,
Yeah.
like saving your world and others.
Indeed.
But the captain immediately goes, I think it's all a trick. And then the mayor goes,
Yeah, and I think you're a racist.
a racist!
Incarcerator,
Yes.
is this helping us save our home?
Yeah.
No, but you know what? I have actually grown quite tired of being accused of things. I am a police officer in my world. I know the law. I can
you're
actually
probably
sue
a
you
shitty
for
one.
being racist. I can sue you for being racist and I will win. Do you really want to
You
go there?
can't do anything. You're not an ape. You don't have any rights.
I'm
Does
a
this strike you as
living
just?
sentient being.
We are sentient creatures with thoughts, feelings. How can we be any less than you?
And
Guys,
immediately,
not a problem. The only problem
Chip-
we have now is the bomb.
Chimpanzee
That is the
interrupts. Apes! Then he like looks towards you. Beings! Everybody, please! If this device really is as dangerous, we need to act right now.
We
That
would
is a
if
good
we
suggestion.
have a racist police captain on our backs.
Oh, you shut up.
Incarcerator, would you kindly be quiet for a while?
Dr. Simeon looks towards the mayor and he says, Mayor, I think we should take them immediately to my laboratory. They might have inside knowledge on the bomb. And he looks towards you. You've dealt with this explosive before. On another
I
word.
point at Verity.
Yes, I have. I disarmed the last one with luck. But
You know how
I
to disarm
it.
So you know how to disarm it, he points at you.
Kind of.
Yes, she does.
But I could use a superior mind for his assistance.
And he
Of course.
looks to Iron Monkey for a while and he says, well, Iron Monkey and myself will be glad to assist. After all,
Okay.
the fate of the universe is at stake.
I'm glad there are at least some of you,
Shut
your
up.
people, who are willing to work with us.
And the police captain immediately goes, this guy's just pushing all my buttons. They're like, I don't trust the mayor. And the mayor goes, no, if Dr. Simeon thinks they are to be trusted, I am willing to trust his judgment. After all, he's the leader of the primate patrol, and he has saved us countless of times. Also, he's quite a bit more intelligent than you and I, so let's try to be a little more, let's just try to, God damn it. Let's just try to trust his judgment on this one, all right? And then the captain, although steps back and says, "Oh, if you say so, Mayor, but I've set my piece. So if something goes wrong, don't blame me." And he crosses his arms and glares at all of you.
Oh, believe me, you won't be getting any blame. You won't be there.
You're absolved? Now, if this is what you feel, let us be on our way then. Thank you. Thank you for your help. Is
And
anything
Lester
else
Gibbon
you wish to
like
know?
already is opening the door, even though he's like sitting down. He's already stretching out his arm and opening the door. Yeah, let's exit post haste.
Yes, let's. And wait, one more question. Before we do
Wait,
anything,
who are you?
else?
Who are you directing to?
Simeon,
Your answer.
Dr. Simeon.
Okay. Yes.
Before we do anything, are there any groups of supervillains that would be willing to oppose you in broad daylight?
Well,
See
like
what
things
you
for a
mean.
moment. There are several, of course, but
Which one is the most prominent and the most powerful and has a genius leading it? Or a completely sick and disgusting crazed lunatic?
you like things for a while. I can actually think of several ones, but the most dangerous ones are luckily behind the bars, so I don't think they'll be much of a
Are you
threat.
sure about that?
If one of those villains is going to interfere, we're going to know that.
Well, there was a recent
We need
attack
to-
of the Serpent people, but they're always trying to resurrect their dark god. I don't think they would resort to
Oh,
using
God,
high-tech
okay.
technological devices. They're more magic. They're more interested in magic.
Yeah, but they're probably going to think that the bomb is some kind of god thing or something, or whoever it is. Trust me, this is how this kind of crap works. The worst possible thing that could happen will happen. We need to prepare
Metamorph
for
like
any
interjects and he
eventuality.
like calmly states, Dr. Simeon. Doctor, I'm doing this voice right. Hold on for a moment. Dr. Simeon, we have dealt with the Serpent people before. They have thrived. They want to annihilate our world, do they not? Perhaps and sacrifice people, perhaps by using this explosive. They think they can sacrifice all the people on Earth to their dark god. Dr. Simeon like eyes like become wide. He says, "I had not considered that."
Oh, God. Alright, we need a lowdown of everything the Serpent people can do, and now, if we're going to be fighting them. Because I guarantee you we're going to be fighting someone before we get to that bomb.
Dr. Simeon like looks towards Chimpanzee. Chimpanzee, head back to Simeon Hall at once and gather all the information we have on the Serpent people. And Chimpanzee doesn't say anything. Instead, he like just zooms off.
Excellent. Thank you,
We
Dr.
shall head to
Simeon.
the lab. We must deal with the device as fast as possible.
Yes, yes,
Indeed.
we will. Everybody, and I look to the apes and to the team, everybody, we're going to have to keep whoever it is that's going to attack us off of Verity, and I point to the Stars and Stripes girl, and and Dr. Simeon, because they're going to be the geniuses that are going to be trying to disarm the bomb. It's up to us to make sure they're safe.
They will not be harmed.
Yeah, you notice them all nodding, Iron Monkey like going understood, and Elastic going, "No way, nothing gets past these arms," and he like makes this flexing motion, but instead of his muscles like getting bigger, his arm just bends to make like this cartoony bicep.
Nice.
Actually, I'm
Excellent.
more afraid that they will be going through you.
No way,
Yeah.
nothing gets past me.
No,
Excellent.
not past you, but through you. You don't
As
actually
long-
break.
Shall
As
we
long
get
as we
shall we
all
get
understand.
on with it?
Yes,
Yes.
let's go.
All right, and then the Dr. Simeon says, "Indeed, time is of the essence. Follow us."
Ec-
Because
And
he has been
he looks towards Dr. Simeon like looks towards Captain Aldo, and he goes, "Captain Aldo, could you please have your men escort our new friends to Astro Labs?" and Captain Elder just grumbles and he looks to the mayor, and the mayor just nods at him and he says, all right, and he takes off.
Velocity has
And Mayor
been,
Zayas, before you leave, Mayor Zayas says, the best of luck to you, my friends.
Thank you.
Yes, Buffnum?
Don't worry.
Velocity has been near the door. I think she thinks is at least where they'll go out of here for a while now. But before that, she was looking very curiously at all of the apes and stuff.
Wait, you're at the... Wait, sorry, did I understand? Are you at the door, or have you already left?
No, I haven't left.
Ah, okay.
She's just...
Wanted to make sure.
To get going, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah, you want to
she
get
saw
going.
something.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yes, as before, you're loaded up in. Well, not loaded up. You're escorted back into the police van, and this time you're taken towards Astro Labs. And most of you have at least heard of Astro Labs. They make all sorts of cutting edge breakthroughs, and they have this office park. Damn it. They have this office park on the edge of the sea. Well, they're actually on the Freedom City map if you're curious. Right next to Lantern Hill.
Oh, Lantern
next
Hill. I remember
Next
Lantern Hill.
to Freedom City University. Actually, it's not far away from Freedom City University. How
Hey,
convenient.
wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Is there any of the primate patrol around?
Well, actually, most of
yes.
them are like taking off.
Oh, wait.
But if you're fast, you can still catch one of them.
I just want to ask them one quick question.
Except Chimpanzee, of course. He's already gone.
I just want to ask one of them one question.
Then ask.
Do they have
Which
a
one?
grave digger?
Right.
What, do you ask them if they have a grave digger?
No, grave digger. I explain the powers.
None of them know what you're talking about.
Damn. Okay.
Well, anyway, taking off.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yes, cutting this short is you're taking the police take you straight to Astro Labs, which is like I said, this office park in a it's kind of a green area. You notice a lot of grass and trees around, and it's not one of those typical imposing skyscraper buildings. It's literally just a bunch of separate buildings close together. And once there, you're escorted into one of the more larger buildings, and there in the hall in the entry. What's the word here? The lobby. There we go. At the lobby, a primate patrol is waiting for you, and you notice that Chimpanzee is standing there, and he's handing something over, this small object that you can't really make out what it is. He's handing it over to Dr. Simeon, and he puts it into a panel in his chair, and he starts tapping some keys on his chair, and this holographic display pops up in front of him, and he starts going
Is there a problem?
There you are. No, not at all, my friends. I'm just studying some of our findings on the serpent people. We want to be prepared, of course, if they are involved in
Indeed.
this.
Well, it could not be detrimental to be prepared.
Indeed.
Now, what do we know of these serpent people?
Hold on for a moment. Well, besides that, and meanwhile they like head towards this large elevator that looks like it's also used to like move cargo around and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And you go inside. He's like going over the data on like the holographic display, and he says they worship a dark god called the Unspeakable One.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they do.
And apparently they believe that ape kind was a big mistake and they should have been the dominant species of the world. That's why they're constantly trying to eradicate us. Apparently they had a very advanced civilization millions of years ago. But because of some great cataclysm, their society went into decline, and now most of them have like devolved into, well, savages. But yet some intelligent ones still survive, and they command very powerful sorcery, which they of course use to enslave their lesser brothers.
I see. Now, how do we kill them?
Gotcha.
How do we kill them?
And that's Given goes like he grows this huge fist and he says like this, and he like makes this punching motion. Kapow!
Ah, so they do not have any special defenses. That is good to know.
Well, they unfortunately use magic, and we do not have any expert on magic in the private patrol. This is where they have an advantage.
Uh-huh. I see.
It's not
don't
exactly
have
our
magic
area
anymore.
of expertise.
Neither is it mine. However, my mother does know a lot of sorcery.
There is, of course. He like thinks for a while. There is, of course, Adrian Eldritch, but the master ape of the arcane arts is often away. Let's say
No,
he cannot really be dependent on.
Don't hold anything back. Is there any way that we could possibly get his help?
I'll see if I can't contact him. I have his personal phone number, shall we say. Do not worry about it. We should actually then suddenly Brainy Ape interjects. He says, "Do not worry, Dr. Simeon. I shall contact him with my mind instead. It will be much quicker." Dr. Simeon says, "Ah, yes, of course. Good, very good thinking, Brainy Ape. You may do so."
However, for now, it is merely a suspicion that the snake people are going to be there.
Indeed. And yes, the elevator's like going down, and then doors open again, and you're in this hallway, and Dr. Simeon is like asking you to follow him. And meanwhile, the floating Brainy Ape suddenly goes, I have spoken to Dr. Eldritch's assistant, and he says he's away in another dimension at this moment, fighting horrible eldritch beings. He did not go into detail. It was apparently quite horrible.